Guess what I ordered for dinner?
Uh, can I get any type of hint? Like,
Fast food.
okay. Uh, Popeyes.
No.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
The
Isn't
Louisiana
Popeyes
special, right there.
significantly better in Louisiana, just by
When you
nature?
come out, you'll have to try it.
Like
Yeah.
I would assume it'd just be naturally better.
Oh, Tarika's my driver, picking up my food. Tarika. Props to you, Tarika. Thank you for picking up my food. No, I got Five Guys. So I'm gonna have fries for like 4 days.
How much did that cost you?
Like $15.
That's it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Did you
Hmm.
tip them? Are you an
Yeah.
asshole?
No, I tipped them.
Hey, that sounds hella cheap. Like, I mean, personally, like, I'm gonna be honest. I usually am not like a big fast food burger guy. Unless
In and
it's
out.
In and
I
Out.
guess we don't count that. I don't
Like,
count.
but I mean, like you, I will never hit up like Five Guys or Shake Shack or anything.
Yeah,
Like,
but you have In and Out available, so I
no,
wouldn't.
no, no.
I
That's what I'm saying. So I I've been under the impression by a lot of people. A lot of people are like, yeah, Five Guys is good, but it's not really fast food. And a lot of people say it
it's
because it's just really
fast food.
expensive.
It's fast food. It's fast food. If I'm like I'm getting it on the go. It's never like a. I'm
When
not
I say fast food,
chopping it.
I'm not talking about time of delivery. I'm talking about like the
It's
food itself. Like
it's
it's like an
expensive.
above quality. I would
It's
like I
expensive, but
don't
like
really know,
people,
but people say it's just like
people
above In and Out. It's not really fast food. It's like
it's
above
not.
it.
I mean, it might be more expensive than In and Out, but it's not better than In and Out.
Oh shit, you gave the take right there.
Five Guys is not better than In and Out. Might be more expensive, but it's not better.
Like I'll be honest, like I'm just like seasoned to In and Out, and I can never like not be an In and Out fan. But okay, enough of the burger talk. Wait, okay, going back to last week though, like how the fuck did the Vikings? Okay, you guys are about to be 4-1 to start the year, Everett. How fucking hyped are you on that,
Wins a win. It might be fraudulent 4-1, but
dude?
wins a
Who
win.
the fuck cares? And like
I
we
certainly
don't we
don't.
don't pray for injuries, but you play the Dolphins the week after in Miami, and if Tua is not playing, like, and it's a morning game. Kirk Cousins isn't in prime time, so he'll do well. You guys only have one more primetime game this season. A Sunday, I think it's a Sunday night football or some maybe Thursday night football against the Patriots. That's your only primetime game left of the year.
Isn't Mac Jones might not be playing? Oh, but Bailey Zappi might.
Oh, you don't want Bailey Zappi.
I don't
You
want
know,
Bailey.
Bailey Zappi threw for over 6,000 yards and over 60
That
touchdowns at
record.
Western Kentucky.
Yeah, he set the record last
Fucking
year.
absurd, dude. Like,
Last
honestly, like, I really put two and two together. I'm like, wait, Bailey Zappi. Oh, that Bailey Zappi. I'm like, wait, Belichick drafted him? What? That kind of surprised me. That just doesn't, like, Belichick is Mr. Game Manager. He loves his game managers.
I
Tom,
mean,
Jimmy, Mac.
hold on.
Like,
Did we check? Did
Brian
we check?
Hoyer?
Did we check what round Belichick drafted Bailey Zappi in?
I'm not entirely
This
sure.
this if
Something
he's
is
a
telling me either 4 or 7. I don't
if
know
it's a
why I
sixth
thought
round
of 4.
pick,
It's probably not 4.
if it's a sixth round pick, we might be in.
Someone's telling me something is just telling me 7. Oh my god, he was a 4th round pick. Damn, the 4 was right. That inkling was correct in my head. Damn, I didn't think Bailey Zappi would be a 4th round pick by Bill, but fuck. Guess Bill sees something we don't.
What is there not to see when the dude set the touchdown passing record last year?
Uh, one thing that I forgot to ask about you recently, Andrew Booth Jr. Has he looked good? Has he got to play much? Like,
Yeah, I don't know where this is going to be going in the episode.
actually, yeah, I should probably fucking say it. Yeah, we're gonna save this. Yeah. Save that. Rip Lewis scene. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Water Boy Podcast. Today it is episode number 54, and
yeah,
a lot on the menu. We got another London game this weekend. Yeah, there's some really great college football games, NFL, a lot of cool stuff, and yeah, some dude broke the record for the 6th most home runs in a season today. So that also happened. So yeah, congratulations, Aaron Judge. You are the American League home run record holder. Okay. That was the quick intro. Pretty efficient by me, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But on a completely serious note, I think it's really impressive what Aaron Judge is doing. What he just did, hitting 62. In my opinion, there's it like breaking the non-steroid record definitely means something. But I want to go on record as a Gen Z little kid, like as a 12-year-old that you guys think I am. I think the Barry Bonds, McGuire, Sosa records are all legitimate as fuck. At the end of the day, they still had to hit the ball, and they still had to make contact with the ball and hit home runs. You know, they didn't know if fastballs or curveballs were coming, unlike the Astros.
Also, who's saying that the pitchers weren't juiced against them too?
Yeah, I mean, well, this year they're kind of cracking down, but like we've kind of, I mean,
I'm talking about Barry Bonds. I'm talking about the Barry Bonds.
Oh.
Who's saying the pitchers were juiced up too?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not entirely yeah. If a pitcher's on steroids, he can definitely throw harder, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Also, that probably sends the ball further.
It might be easier to use steroids, and it might be more effective for hitters, but yeah, the pitcher could definitely. I mean, you know, like they didn't have spider tack back then, though. You know, you got to keep that in mind. You know, what Aaron Judge he did that in the spider tack era, so you got to keep that in mind.
Although they cracked down on spider tack a bit more.
Yes, yeah. Last year they did, but I've seen a lot of clips this year where they're not really giving a shit. But okay, yeah, I still think it's very impressive. I still want to say the other records count, but I do think the way ESPN specifically was handling it was a little in your face. When they flip from a college football game between like Kentucky and Ole Miss or some shit, between two lanes, do you think those fan bases give a flying fuck about the New York Yankees? Like all those, they probably all despise the Yankees with it. Like they're actively rooting against Aaron Judge. Every time he came up on the screen, they were actively rooting for him to strike out. Like probably.
If you didn't hate Aaron Judge before that.
Now you do. Oh yeah. He might be the most hated player in the MLB right now, just on a nationwide spectrum of just normal people in the USA.
Still in the league.
Yes, but I feel actually, no, you're right. No, he's not. No, he's not. Definitely not.
But no, with Aaron Judge, like also, I mean, like it's incredible that he managed to hit 62, and I guess he could still technically go for more, right? Unless they really just don't want to.
There's like two
games left, one game left, right? Yeah. So he could still, I mean, unless he hits five home runs next game, but it's still impressive nonetheless. But it's still for 6th place, so I get it. It's cool. It's definitely
the thing is, like, I know that the MLB is trying to just pretend that the steroid home run hitters just like didn't count. Like they're just trying to act, but like they're kind of massing up saying like it's the American League record, but who the hell cares? Like
I also just like for ESPN,
we don't track Western Conference or Eastern Conference records. We track NBA records, you know?
We all like knew that whenever Aaron Judge got pulled up on ESPN, it was immediately going to be either a walk. It most likely was going to be a walk. Like I don't think I saw a single time when ESPN pulled up Aaron Judge where he actually hit a home run. Actually got a hit either.
Yeah, actually, I don't think the ESPN cam got an Aaron Judge home run on video. Now that I think, because I like to be honest, I saw a lot of these tweets. But if you had only seen the Aaron Judge clips, you'd think he's like one of the worst baseball players of all time. If the only time you saw him was when he popped up on your screen during college football Saturdays, yeah, you'd be pissed. But okay, that's what we had on Aaron Judge. Before we bore too many people, we're gonna talk Dodgers real quick, and then we'll be done with the MLB. I promise. Okay. Dodger fans, this is a message to you guys. Help convince me that I'm wrong. I want to be wrong about this, but I'm afraid I might be correct. Okay. I am very afraid of the Dodgers having 6 days of rest going into game 1 of the NLDS. and that the bats will start off a little cold against either the Mets or the Padres. Probably the Padres, from what I've been seeing from Frank the Tank about the Mets. He predicts a sweep from the Padres round one of the wild card. But in the past years, I just feel like the 1 through 4 hitters are not the guys getting on base for the Dodgers. It's always 5 through 8. Well, now 9 because there's DH, but it used to be 5 through 8 coming up, getting the clutch hits, keeping us in the game. And I understand this year lineup's way better, but I feel like I've seen the 1 through 4 go cold just way too much. And I want to be wrong, but 6 days of rest going into game 1 is not an inspiring sign for me about that worry I have, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, with the Dodgers, you never know what you're gonna get, and the extra days of rest, like when they're hot, when they're on like a streak, they always play well. But having that rest, they honestly like they could just be ice cold. Like it might be a bad luck.
I'm not sure what they'll be doing with I guess like they'll probably have like a day or two, just like 3 days, but like they gotta be in mode. Like it is October, boys. Like we got
Also,
playoffs.
I know we texted about this earlier, but Dodgers fans, keep in mind this is your last month with Trey Turner.
Yeah, there's only one more month. He's like publicly said he wants to go back to the East Coast. Like he's not re-signing. Yeah, there's only one more month of Trey. So appreciate him while he's here, guys, because he's been one of my favorite players to watch over the past 2 years that he's been here.
Last year and a half, he's only been here for.
Yeah. Not even 2 years. Won't even be 2 years. But yeah, I think that'll do it for the MLB. Hopefully not too many people clicked off. All right, college football. There was just a bunch of like interesting, really, really good matchups that I'm keeping my eye on this week. So I just want to point out a couple of games. I'm not really giving analysis on these, just point them out, and I'm learning a lot about these teams. So number 8 Tennessee at number 25 LSU. We got number 17 TCU at number 19 Kansas, and then we got Red River rivalry Texas at Oklahoma. What we'll see if Brent Venables can take down a Quinn Ewers list Texas team, but I'm not sure if their starters even playing. General Booty, the backup, might actually be the quarterback for Oklahoma. I hope you're well aware that their backup quarterback's name is General Booty. Just that, right?
Yeah, I saw him getting some.
Just making sure. But yeah, keep my eye on those. And then number 11 Utah at number 18 UCLA. Really, really interested in that. Really interested in that game. UCLA also has a couple extra days of rest, pretty sure.
UCLA still undefeated, still 4-0.
Huh? Say it.
UCLA is still 5-0.
Yeah. Both Utah has a loss, but UCLA undefeated still. Obviously, Ohio State playing Michigan State. That's going to be disgusting. Michigan State's pass defense is atrocious. And then last game I really want to watch. I'm biased here. Washington State at USC. So
Washington State also is getting votes in the AP polls, right?
They're 4-1. They beat Wisconsin on the road. They kept it really close with Oregon, but lost. But like they've been looking good. But USC's like polarizing weakness this season has been the run defense. Okay, they've given up 184 yards a game this season, which is not very inspiring for a team that wants to compete for a national championship. This thing about Washington State, though, they have only averaged 92 rushing yards a game this season. So the only way that I can start becoming convinced that USC might have a national championship team this year is if they hold Washington State to under 100 rushing. If they do that,
I'm gonna interrupt you real quick. My food's here, so you keep going. I'm gonna go get my kebab.
All right, you get that. But that's gonna tell me a lot about the USC run defense. Because right now, I think USC's offense is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking anything about the offense. I think that's step one of becoming a contender to win a national title is having that quarterback in place, having your offense in place, being able to score. That's how college football works now. But the thing that puts you over the top, like, okay, the great offense that can get you in the playoff. Okay, that can win your conference, put you in the playoff. But if you want to win a national title, you're going to need that offense plus a defense to go with it. Or at least that's how a majority of the recent teams have won. You have the great quarterback and offense, and then you have a top 25 at least defense to complement it. And when you go up against other top teams, you gotta be able to play defense. Look at Oklahoma when they made the playoffs every year under Lincoln Riley again. I don't want this to be Oklahoma 2.0 at USC is what I'm saying. Okay. I don't want Oklahoma 2.0 here. And this run defense is atrocious right now. And until that gets fixed, I won't be confident in USC winning a national championship, but I still think they can make a playoff because the offense is the most important part and they have that. But once again, it's that run defense. Like the difference between.
Are you still talking about the damn run defense?
No, yeah, I'm saying the difference between a Georgia and an Alabama. I'm saying like Ohio State isn't even on that level yet. I think they might be this year, but
at least
before the season they weren't on that level. Like the difference between a Georgia and a Bama and an LSU when they won and everyone else is because they had the crazy, well, not Georgia, but they have the crazy dominant offense, and they also have the defense to go with it. And USC doesn't have the defense, so.
But I have zero clue what you said. I'm not gonna lie.
All
I know is we're talking about run defense.
To make it quick, USC, they can make the college football playoff because they have the offense and they can win the conference off that. But winning the national title, not so much.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
That was my point. But okay, on to the NFL now. National Football League.
Let's start with what you were talking about before.
Yeah,
we started recording.
We can we'll go over the picks and stuff later. Okay, Vikings game with Saints, a little bit of a reaction from last week. What's been going? So like the Vikings secondary, that was our overarching concern preseason. We wanted to get that fixed, or at least you really wanted to see improvements on the Vikings in the Vikings secondary. Yeah. And they drafted to fill the secondary. Obviously, the injury to Lewis Seen, unfortunate. But Andrew Booth, how has he been doing? How has he been looking? I haven't hasn't broken into the starting lineup yet or hurt?
No, he's injured. He's hurt. He's been hurt all season. He played like maybe 1 or 2 snaps week 1, I think. And then he got injured. He's been out since then.
Yeah, that sucks ass. Yeah, that sucks.
Maybe it was the last game of the preseason. I don't know if he's
yeah, actually... that's a bummer, Everett. I'm sorry,
but
I don't really have a follow up on that.
You thought there would be more to it, didn't you?
I thought he was like playing or something.
No, he hasn't been playing, and that's why our secondary is problematic. However, what I will say is, Cam Dantzler Senior, number 3, the guy that you like. Cam Dantzler's been putting in the work. He let up a couple passes this last week, but he's a second year player, and I think that a little more experience actually just putting him at 1. I don't think, like I've said, Patrick Peterson should not be playing 1. I think he should be in slot. And I think when Andrew Booth comes back, you can put Andrew Booth in slot, Patrick Peterson at 2, and then eventually
tall corner. He's 6'2".
Dantzler.
Yeah, that's tall.
He's 6'2", like 170 though.
190. That is pro day.
He put on some weight.
They call him at his draft. He was 190.
They call him the Needle, by the way. They call him the Needle.
Well, I mean, the way the one thing I liked about him and that stuck out to me is that he's just an aggressive defensive back, like attacking routes. Like one thing that pisses me off is if you're covering, like, I obviously don't I've never played corner in my life, but like when I'm watching like players defend curl routes, hitch routes specifically, like you need to attack the receiver. Like you need to go in and attack them. Like you can't sit there, break down, and let them make a move. Like you need to hit them and engage when you have the advantage and their backs to you.
Cam Dantzler has gotten toasted once or twice this season. I
mean, that's okay.
It could be improvements. But I'm excited to see how it looks when Andrew Booth gets back. The problem is our defense just sucks monumentally. A lot of people are saying that they don't think our current defensive coordinator will still be coaching on the team come our bye week.
Oh yeah, we're about to get into some Chargers coaching talk in a second too.
And
But
and
like one thing that I feel like if I was like, so you're saying the D coordinator might be out, is what you're saying?
well, so I don't know if that's actually going to happen because I just don't
Just
know if I don't know if Kevin O'Connell is going to want to make that kind of change in his first season. He might
well,
just be like,
also like yeah,
"Getting
I'm not a fan of mid-season changes.
I'm not either. However, the one adjustment or bonus is the assistant head coach is Mike Pettine, who was the DC for the Packers for a number of years and the head coach of the Browns when they had Johnny Manziel. So he would slide right into defensive coordinator. That's the thought. However, just in general, I don't think that Kevin O'Connell is going to make any change this year. I think he's going to wait
Well,
till
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Just a quick little
disastrous happen.
outlook on the Vikings schedule. Your guys are gonna start the season 4-1, and I feel like just based off that start alone, it's gonna be hard to fire people.
Yeah, it's just the defense is so abysmal. Like we're not getting any pressure with the D line, which considering you have Zadarius Smith and Daniil Hunter on the edges, that's kind of
I
a
was
problem.
seeing some people saying Zadarius Smith had a Week 1 Super Bowl, and now he's checked
Oh,
out.
he played well last week. He played well last week. Dalvin Tomlinson played pretty well. The problem is they're just not getting pressured. Like Daniil Hunter has had the worst start to his career or to his season. He has had his entire career since his rookie year when he wasn't even a starter.
I think you guys got a very favorable stretch. Like another nice thing for the Vikings, NFC North just happens to go against the NFC Beast this year. Or
Yeah.
yeah, NFC North going up against the Beast. So Eagles was obviously a different story, but you get the Bears next week. You get the Commanders for a road game, which isn't even a road game because their stadium sucks. And then you get Giants at home. So, I mean, that's kind of
Oh, don't we
that's
play the
kind of
Cowboys?
nice.
We play the
That's kind of
Cowboys
nice.
at home too.
No, I know. I didn't mention them because that's a tough game, but I was looking more so
Depends
ahead.
if they have Dak Prescott or Cooper
Well,
Rush.
Bears aren't NFC East. I just clump them in the shit category too. But yeah, nice little out. Like okay, just quick little rundown. 4-1 win against the Bears. Dolphins. Let's just say you lose. Okay, I'm just trying to be a little reason. So 5-2. I think you have a good chance of winning the next two games after that. Cardinals at home and then Commanders. I think
Thing.
7-2 might be the worst you're gonna be after week 9.
This is what I want to say though.
Like honestly, think about that, Everett. You might be a 7-2 football team at worst, maybe better.
That would hopefully still keep us at either 1 or 2 in the NFC. What I do want to say, and I tweeted this out after week 4, the Vikings are the second team in the NFC, in the entirety of the NFC, behind the Eagles. The Eagles are the only undefeated team left in the NFL.
Okay.
Every single rankings that I have seen so far for this week's standings put the Packers above the Vikings. The Packers, if you forget, they're 2-2. They or maybe no, they're 3-1. They're 3-1. They got ran off the field versus the Vikings week 1. They barely beat the Patriots without their two starting quarterbacks. They were playing against Bailey Zappe in his first career NFL game, and they barely won the week before that. I don't understand why the Packers are ranked above the Vikings when the Vikings beat them week 1 and are the second team in the NFC. The second team in the NFC should not be ranked behind multiple NFC teams. It's just not how it should work.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Like in my opinion, I also like at the end of the day, I couldn't care less about NFL power rankings because like they literally don't mean anything because the playoffs are decided by just like records and shit, which has nothing to do with public opinion. But
it's just annoying.
As a fan, yes, you have the right to be pissed off, Everett.
It's just disrespect.
I don't like honestly, rat poison for my players.
You know what? Honestly,
you've kind of shown on the show you take offense to the media disrespecting your team
because it's always
I don't like the media hyping
the media is just constantly disrespectful, and I'll give it to him. Whenever the media hypes us up, normally something bad happens. All right, I'm not gonna lie about that. But it is a good feeling to finally have your team recognized and show that, like, okay, this is actually a good team. Like, I'm a fan of a good team, and people aren't constantly crapping
So
on
I'm
it.
going to be honest, Everett. Like part of me is thinking that you're giving a little bit of participation trophy vibes here, and you want a midseason trophy. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting out of you.
I mean, when you're a Vikings fan, you take a trophy of any kind, man. The
That's
Super
kind of
Bowl would
what
be
I'm
nice.
getting out of you, though. You want a midseason trophy.
No,
My
I just want
Chargers, we're worried about
if
a
if you
Super Bowl.
if you if
All right,
you if you
LA,
were
I'm
about
not
to let me
worried.
finish, if you're about to let me finish, um, like I really don't care about that. If the media wants to keep disrespecting us, then so be it. Because we play with a chip on our shoulder, and I mean, we're gonna keep doing that, and that's a way to win.
You're gonna lose the chip if the media starts hyping you up, though.
Yeah, but it would be nice to at least get a little recognition. Like I'm not saying let's be the best team in the NFL by like their rankings. Obviously, I want us to be the best team in the NFL in general, but I am saying, a little acknowledgement of an accomplishment, like a little pat on the back and like fuck the Packers. Be nice. Although I'm sorry, the media sucks off the Packers every year. So don't forget that they're playing in London for the first
I'll
time
be honest.
ever.
If I were you, I would not upload that clip to TikTok because you might get roasted for the things that you have just said over the past 5 minutes. But okay, let's talk about some of these games for next week. Okay, yeah, Bears Vikings. I don't need to say anything. We already know. Okay, Colts at Broncos. I don't really have anything on the game itself, but it's just can we stop with the Broncos primetime games? Like
That'd be nice,
it's
right?
just too often now. It was week 1, it was week 2, it was like 2 weeks ago, and now this week
Dude,
again.
I don't want to see Russ try and cook and then start a kitchen fire again.
It's just atrocious. Oh my god! And then they have another primetime game the week after against my Chargers.
So
Yeah, dude, no one wants to watch this team, but I
what are
mean,
we doing, NFL? You want money, right, man? Like,
I don't know. Colts Bronc preseason, it probably would have been a little interesting, and I guess they can't reschedule it. But damn, I'm sick of
oh, they
watching
can. They
Russ
can move
not
it.
being able to cook.
Oh, yeah. Is it Thursday? Is it Thursday night?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Then they probably can't unless it's
yeah, they probably can't
later
do
in the season
Thursday.
game.
But
Unless
yeah,
it's late.
they have that, but like preseason sound interesting, but right now no. So get this shit off my TV. Okay. We have another
Nunder,
Lunder,
yes, Nunder.
another Lunder. Between the Giants and the Packers. I don't care about this game at all. It's gonna suck. Like maybe Aaron Rodgers finds some other crazy shit to do in London town. I don't know. Who is the Giants? Are they gonna have a quarterback next? Is Danny Dimes playing?
Jake Fromm from State Farm.
Yeah, that's not a great sign for the G-men. So yeah, I'm sick of these London games. I'm not going to be watching that one, and it's not a good game anyway, so I don't really care. That's okay.
I will be asleep in my bed, not paying attention to that game. However, I will pay attention if I have any players on my fantasy team, so I got to make sure that I do that.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. Other things.
We got one big thing.
Steelers at Bills is going to be the largest point spread in the NFL so far this season. It is a 14-point spread. Kenny Pickett maybe making his first start.
Yes, he is getting his first start.
So Kenny Pickett getting his first start in Buffalo. Wow, what a welcome. What a second appearance in the NFL going to Buffalo. Jesus, I'm not sure about that move, Tomlin. Oh my! Could you imagine if the Steelers actually won that game though? Kenny Pickett would be probably have the most BDE in the history of Earth if the Steelers won this game. I don't think it's gonna happen. God no. But if
I don't know, it looked like the Jets won their Super Bowl last week. Zach Wilson might be rocking that this week.
Yeah, the Jets might have won their Super Bowl against the Steelers without TJ Watt. I don't have much about that Dolphins Jets game, but like even with Teddy playing, like the Dolphins are gonna win. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they like smacked them.
I got a good transition here.
Okay.
Zach Wilson and the Jets might have been playing in the Super Bowl last week, but Zach Wilson is playing in his Super Bowl this week after Tom Brady and Giselle getting a divorce.
Oh yeah, Zach Wilson's will be putting on a show in New York, of course, this Sunday. But yeah, perfect. Falcons at Bucks. We might not be talking much about the game. Okay, I said it preseason.
Not talking about the game, but talking about something regarding the game.
I said it preseason. Okay, I said it preseason that Tom Brady is going to go out in his last season with a ring, and I thought this would be his last season. And now, after some recent news that we heard between Giselle and Brady, it 100% is his last season. Like, for him to come back after this, he officially has gone, instead of Faith Family Football, he would go to Faith Football Family. If he were to play another season.
Football might be God for him.
Actually, football, it might be football Faith Family.
Football and faith are the same thing for him.
Football, yeah. Well,
faith
no
ball.
comment on that anymore. You know, interpret that how you want. But that the Bucks were my preseason Super Bowl pick from months ago. I think I said that in like April. But now that the Giselle Brady news is coming out,
Tom Brady has made room on his hand for another ring now.
Yeah, well, that is a good point. Did we ever think about that? What is he at? 7 now?
He has
7 now. With his
he had 8. Now he has 7.
Free thing. Almost. But I like that. I like that thinking. But I know Brady hasn't looked great to start the year. But with this shit now, like now that it's out, everyone's talking about him. There's either two ways this could go. Either Brady crumbles and folds like a little baby, or which will happen, he's Tom fucking Brady and will destroy the NFL for the rest of the season. He's about to fucking destroy I think he's about to obliterate the NFL. And it might not start next week. It might start in November. But come playoff time, Tom Brady and the Bucks are going to be a wagon, okay? They're going to be a train.
So it depends on the person, but if you want to get your mind off something, if you're Tom Brady, and this is just the way Tom Brady is, he's going to go all into his work.
This is how he operates.
He's going full into his work. And if there's anybody that's about to fuck up the league by going all in their work, it's Thomas Brady.
Yeah, it's Tom Brady. So there's literally one man on earth, like back at your point here, there's only one man on earth that could have all this public shit come out and have that actually motivate them and improve their game. And I think Tom Brady might be the only person.
I've got a little stat line for us too to look at here. So Tom Brady met Giselle in December of 2006. Okay. 2006, before he met Giselle, that past season, 2005, 4,000 passing yards, 4.9 TD percentage, 2.6 interception percentage, QB rating of 92.3. Directly following him meeting Giselle, 2007, 4,806 passing yards, 50 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, a quarterback rating of 117.2.
Do you have the numbers comparing his total quarterback rating, touchdown interception rate pre-Giselle and post-Giselle?
His total,
I think that would be rating a little bit.
So here's the thing: there's a large contrast in years between the two. That's why I wasn't going to say that. But since 2007, Tom Brady has had a passer rating of 101, passed for 64,000 yards, 483 touchdowns, and 126 picks in 226 games. Before he met Giselle, passer rating of 88.5.
Okay, do you have the averages per game? That's
game.
Averages per game. Okay, that'd be easier for me.
Okay. The averages per season.
Yes, that's what I mean, per season.
Averages per season pre Giselle, 3,005 passing yards, 20 passing touchdowns, 11 picks, a passer rating of 88.5. The average rating after he met Giselle, 4,000 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, 8 picks, and a rating of 101.
So of course, obviously NFL pass more. There's that to include. But hey, Tom versus time. He's beating time with Alex Guerrero and his steroids. But yeah, no, Tom Brady. Like
I just that makes me worried that
still on the Bucks
even
winning the
though
Super Bowl. I'm actually more confident in that pick. Now. I'm really confident.
Even though Tom Brady is going to be a machine now and just be in his work, does make
Giselle
me worry a
impact
little
his
bit.
game? Does
Does
she impact his game?
also let's bring this one up. He's living in Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay nightclubs for Tom Brady. Is he going to be going back to those?
Who knows? Maybe Playboy Tom. I'm not sure if he
And
ever
call up
had
James
that
Harden.
name. I'm not sure if he ever had that tag, but
I think he
who
did.
knows? Who knows?
I think he did.
Some things could happen.
He can call up James Harden. Get a line over there.
Yeah. Some other games I found interesting. My what the fuck game of the week, Seahawks Saints. I was looking at this game, staring at it, and I could not tell you who would win this game. I don't know.
They both suck. They both suck royally. And the thing is I know we got to go through our picks still. I think the Saints are going to win this game.
Give me 1 sec. Keep going.
And the reason why I say that is, yes, the Seahawks have been playing very well. Geno Smith's been overperforming on all aspects. But after last week, our defense sucks. The Vikings defense sucks. After last week, though, I know Michael Thomas might be back. Alvin Kamara might be back. Jameis kind of sucks.
Apparently, there was a rumor going around that the reason why Alvin Kamara couldn't play in the game last week was because he's undergoing trial. Like, he needed to stay in the U.S. and couldn't leave the country.
He was in England though.
Never mind. Well, there goes that fun little. Never mind.
Yeah, but
Kamara is playing the whole year.
I saw him on like camera, like when they were panning the sideline. But with Kamara being back, Michael Thomas being back, and Jameis Winston most likely sitting out again, I have more faith in the Red Rifle this week, and the Red Rocket to play well and to beat the Seahawks. The Seahawks defense is absolutely atrocious.
So speaking of the Seahawks defense, so last week, no Amon-Ra, no DeAndre Swift for the Lions, and the Seahawks still gave up 45 points to the Lions. And yes, 22 of it came in the fourth quarter. But
also the Lions are a very good offensive team.
Yeah, but without their two best playmakers,
top players.
So yeah. I'm not sure Mikey T or not, but right now Olave is getting so much love. He might go for 130 and 2.
Mikey T, Jarvis, and Olave probably all will be playing this next game.
Olave might actually just take the top off this week and just say screw it, and especially if James is playing, because James says screw it, Olave down there somewhere, and he had
honestly, from what I've heard from fans, like my friends who are Saints fans, is they much rather would have Andy Dalton play than James Winston.
Wow. That's interesting.
Jameis Winston apparently just sucks so much with his current back issues. Like, he can't.
I'm all about the Jameis memes. Like, I need him in the league just for me personally as a human, like in my happiness. But yeah, it's probably not a smart move overall. Okay. I want to talk a little bit about Chargers Browns. So no Bosa. I'm going to assume no Keenan Allen. And if he does play, he wouldn't be 100%. So let's just say no Keenan Allen.
I still think projected to play right now. Just clarifying.
Okay. I'm still going to assume he's not. But even if he is playing, even if he's not, no Myles Garrett in my eyes means the Chargers are probably just going to be moving up and down like it's nothing. And so with no Myles Garrett, like my fear is that right tackle in the O-line position. Like, God, what the hell is going on? But if Myles Garrett's out, then I am way less concerned, because Slater's out this year and shit. So but yeah, offense, all good. This is my concern about the defense, though. Last week, the Chargers got gashed by the Houston Texans without Joey Bosa. Okay, Damian Pierce ran for like 130 yards and a touchdown. And yes, one of them was a 75-yard tubby, but giving up a 75-yard tubby in the NFL is embarrassing and pathetic. So yes. With that being said, I think Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt might combine for 150 yards this weekend.
Your best interior players, Tillery.
No. Sebastian Joseph Day and Morgan.
Oh,
Fox.
that's right.
No. Tillery's literally like he was playing a lot last, and he actually wasn't bad last week.
Don't forget he was a first round pick.
Yeah, I know he's not great, but Morgan Fox and Morgan Fox played a hell of a game.
Morgan Fox isn't bad.
No, he's like a very fucking good player for his role and shit, and he's not that expensive, and he's just does what you need. But yeah, like Chargers 3-point favorite for this game. I think that makes sense without Bosa and shit. I'm just
whether or not the offense can keep up.
I'll be honest though, like this team needs to start doing stuff in the second half, stop choking leads, because they're just charging around right now. Okay. I have no other way to describe it than they're just being the Chargers. Okay. So I need to see some non-Charger football to be confident in this team.
Are they 1-3 right now?
Don't disrespect us like that, bro.
Are they 2-2?
Yeah. Dog.
Okay.
1-3.
I can't remember the record. Their record.
Dude, if we were 1-3.
I mean, the Bengals are 1-3.
They're 2-2.
Oh, they're 2-2. See, I don't know what's going on. Apparently.
Wait, aren't they?
Even though I've watched the games.
Yeah, Bengals are 2-2.
I thought they got their first win last week versus the Dolphins.
Nah, dude, they crapped on the Jets like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's right. We all thought they might
even watched that.
They lost to 2 backup quarterbacks.
No one even watched that game, Everett. But yeah, that's my Chargers opinion. I need to see them stop being like the Chargers for me to feel good about this team.
Real quick, going back to the Vikings.
Okay, Bears Vikings.
I need.
Your secondary is gonna look electric this week, Everett. Oh my god. Holy shit,
it's okay.
They're gonna look great.
That's what you say right now, but I guarantee you that the Bears will have their best offensive game of the season because it always happens.
Will it be this game or will it be in Chicago?
It'll be this game.
You think it'll be this one?
Always happens the first time we play Chicago. I don't know why.
All right. Okay.
The second time we play Chicago,
you said it.
No, here's what happens. The first time we play Chicago, we always win. The second time we play Chicago, at least going off of last year and previous Zimmer years, the second time we play Chicago, it's almost always a heartbreaking defeat or a historic comeback.
Keep your eyes on those folks.
But defense aside, I need the offense to start operating properly. Dalvin Cook needs to start getting goal line touches. He needs to start getting.
Is he healthy?
No. He dislocated his shoulder the other week, but he's been playing in a harness. He should be fine. But Dalvin Cook needs to start getting goal line carries. He also needs to start being able to play through holes. Our O-line has done very well under passing protection, minus last week, but they've been horrible in run blocking. Dalvin Cook has not looked the same as he normally has, and I think that's partially due to him being not healthy, partially due to our run blocking being absolutely terrible. The other thing is, there's pictures of this from last week, but Kirk Cousins multiple times last week had wide receivers open very deep, like wide open, either in the end zone or on a deeper route, and he always dinked it off to the player that's more in the flat or that's closer, more for just a drop off.
Yeah.
He needs to start hitting those players. I know he said that in his post-game interview, but if you want to be a prolific offense, especially utilizing people taking Jettis, like trying to double him, or if you're Marshawn Lattimore, just getting nuked by him, you need to start taking advantage of that. And that was not happening last week, and that's why we ended up with 3 or 4 field goals, is because we had the ability to throw a touchdown pass, but Kirk Cousins dinked it off instead. And I against a porous Bears defense, I need to see him light it up. If I'm gonna have my faith renewed in Kirk Cousins, he's been average this year. If I'm gonna have my faith renewed in him, especially going to the playoffs, I need to see him start lighting it up against some bad teams.
Yeah, last week they definitely got Justin Jefferson a little more involved. He had 11 touches, most that he's had in a game so
I
far.
mean,
this
he
season,
is Marshawn Lattimore's dad. So I mean, the entire Vikings offense is, but Justin Jefferson also had one of the coldest pictures I have ever seen on Instagram. He posted the picture.
All right, it's not meat riding time. All right, okay. Go Vikings. Okay.
Just saying.
I want to stop you before you started. You know, I'll keep that to myself. I'll keep that to myself. Okay. 49ers Panthers. This is one thing that I just wanted to point out about this game. It's going to be Nick Bosa versus Baker Mayfield. So, just quick little visit into the past. Ohio State beat Oklahoma in 2016 on the road with a horrible team, embarrassed the fuck out of them, dropped like 6 touchdowns on them. Noah Brown, who's the Cowboys receiver now, who you've probably heard of, he had 4 touchdowns in that game. But after that game, Ohio State, which is a tradition they do after every game, win or lose, they sing their Carmen Ohio song. And after that happened, Baker Mayfield took offense to that, like the little baby bitch he is, who has to come up with a rivalry with every person he ever comes across in his life. So the next year, when Oklahoma beat Ohio State, Baker took the Oklahoma flag, planted it on the Ohio State logo in the shoe on the 50-yard line, planted the OU flag, and that left a bad taste in a lot of Ohio State fans' mouth. So the Niners, when they played the Browns sometimes in the past couple of years, Bosa sacked Baker and celebrated with the flag plant celebration. And I expect to see a lot of those this weekend. Because, yeah, Nick Bosa doesn't forget that one.
Baker Mayfield has been so bad this year, by the way, that he has a historic low quarterback rating. Like NFL history right there is how bad his quarterback ranking is.
I personally have not been keeping up much.
He's been so bad that people ask.
Oh my God, 15.3?
He is a 15.3 QBR. But also, he's been so bad that people have asked when Sam Darnold is healthy enough to come off of IR and play. Which I say, that's telling you something. Also, poor Matt Corral, dude. If Matt Corral didn't get injured in the preseason, get shut down, Matt Corral might be starting right now.
5 fumbles this year?
Matt Corral could be starting right now if he didn't get injured.
I mean, the Panthers are literally a disaster. Holy shit. Niners.
I feel so bad for Matt Corral.
I don't really have much opinion on Cowboys Rams, other than the fact that, like, actually I do kind of have opinion. I kind of think the Cowboys are going to make this a close game.
I think the Cowboys are going to keep this a close game.
Cowboys are good. You know,
Cooper Rush is that guy.
Like, they're good. Like, I hate to say it, but they're just like good, and it's strange.
Also, side note, my fries smell so good right now. Like,
okay, we'll wrap up soon, Everett. Okay, we'll wrap up soon. We'll go 5 more minutes. We'll give our picks. We'll go over 2 more games and then we'll be done. Last thing I just want to say, Bengals, Ravens. Ravens have another home game against the Bengals.
It's going to be interesting, and it's their first interdivision game, or interdivision game, I believe.
I have no idea if that's true or not. Probably, but not good against the Bills, not good against the Dolphins. Oh, wait, I think the Ravens might be the team that's played the entire NFC East, or entire AFC East to start the year. There's Jets, one team who's played an entire subdivision to start the year.
It might be the Ravens. They played the Jets, Bills. Did they play the Patriots?
There's some team who has.
They did play the Dolphins. They did play the Dolphins. It would have had. It had to have been them.
Like the Ravens might have played the entire AFC East. Let me actually fact check that. Yeah, they have. Yeah, week 1 Jets, week 2 Dolphins, week 3 Patriots, week 4 Bills. So the Ravens just split with the AFC East to start the season. That's one way of looking at it. So hey, that was the preseason. We're on to the regular season now. Okay, we're on to AFC play. North Conference play now. Okay.
Conference play.
Yeah, and then Raiders Chiefs. Yeah, Chiefs are gonna shit on them. Okay, let's give our picks.
You can go this. Actually, no, you won again this week, even though it was a close week.
Last week I went 10-6. I have an overall record of 33-31 now. We are above 500.
I
Everett,
went
do you have your totals?
9. I went 9-7 last week. Overall record of 30-34. I am quite literally directly below the definition of mid.
Okay. All right. So, I'm games ahead of you. So, okay, Everett, let's hear your picks.
Colts versus Broncos. Broncos. Giants and Packers. Packers. Lions and Patriots. Lions. Steelers and Bills. Bills. Dolphins and Jets. Do not have faith in Zach Wilson, even though he's playing for Giselle this week. Dolphins. Falcons and Bucks. Bucks. Tom Brady's about to murder some people. Seahawks and Saints. Saints. Texans. Jaguars. Jaguars. Titans and Commies. Titans. Bears. Vikings. Vikings. Chargers. Browns. Chargers. 49ers. Panthers. 49ers. Cowboys. Rams. Rams. Eagles. Cardinals. By the way, the Cardinals have not scored a single point in the first quarter of any game this year. Eagles are going to win that one. Bengals and Ravens. I'm taking the Ravens.
So are you saying first quarter Eagles spread? Is that what you're telling me, Everett?
I don't know what it is, but probably. Bengals, Ravens, and Raiders, Chiefs, the Chiefs.
Okay. I'll go through my picks. Now, I have Broncos, Packers, Lions, Bills, Dolphins, Bucks, Saints, Jags, Titans, Vikings, Chargers, Niners, Rams, Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs.
So we have the exact same.
Is it?
Pick for pick, we have the exact same thing this week.
Put me on Patriots, not Lions. I'm Patriots, not Lions.
Okay. It's the one game that's different.
I'm gonna be honest with all these. I know I'm gonna go like 8-8 this week. The Colts are gonna beat the Broncos. I'm still going with the Broncos, but the Colts are gonna win that. The Jets are gonna shock the world and win. It's gonna happen. I don't. Washington's gonna win. My Chargers will probably lose.
Yeah, your Chargers might lose. I'm not gonna lie. That game. Also,
Yeah.
the Seahawks game versus the Saints. Lord knows who's gonna win that one.
That one, I'll. That's so fucking out there,
dude. Seriously,
I don't know anything. I don't know. I don't know. Also, do you think there's going to be any disadvantage coming back from London this week for the Vikings? You think there's any? If anything, it's nice to have the Bears the week after. If you're going to,
it's essentially a bye week, hopefully. I don't think that much because
too soon. You were the one saying these games are close, not me.
Yeah, I mean they always managed to make it close so far this year, besides the Eagles game. I hope that there's no disadvantage because the Vikings didn't travel to England until Friday, and the game was Sunday morning. So they really shouldn't have as much jet lag as the Saints because their bodies weren't fully adjusted to the time zone or anything. It's a quick trip. And when they left Friday night, they had the whole lights and everything set up, and they arrived at 8 a.m. So they were just trying to get all the players to sleep the whole night so they would adjust to the time. Yeah. And they did the same thing basically on the way back. So I'm hoping that made a difference.
Well, I think they'll be fine. It'll be okay. Yeah, though. Nice little breakdown this week. You got anything else?
No, man, I'm so hungry right now. I'm looking at these.
I know you want to eat. I'll let you get back to grubbing. Yeah, pretty much. If there's going to be any guarantees this weekend, Ohio State's might drop 60 on Michigan State.
You think USC's beating
Washington State? Yeah, I will. I think USC still.
And you think Utah? You think Utah's gonna? Do you think Utah's gonna beat UCLA? That's a big game for Utah. It is a very big game for Utah.
I'm also fuck UCLA, so I'll always just pick against them. But it's just college football is just about the quarterback position and having the magic there. And DTR is
DTR is pretty nasty.
As much as I hate to admit it, I still think he's not the greatest thrower, but it doesn't matter. he scores. And I remember from last year at the Coliseum when a USC fan handed him a football and he autographed it and gave it back after scoring a touchdown. That was
That's pretty funny.
maybe the most savage thing to happen in the Coliseum since Reggie Bush days. Like literally, maybe the most lit thing to happen in the Coliseum since. But hey, I don't know. But that's gonna do it, folks. Raise 5 stars, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, download the podcast, listen to us on planes. Your burger just got up and started walking around the room, Everett. Yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, Everett.
Listen to us on airplanes. All right, Water Boy's out.